Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my art channel. A couple of weeks ago, I did a test of some paints I'd never used before, and I did a funnel pour because I wanted to see how the colors would play together when they blend. This technique has a lot of blending, so I just forgot how fun funnel pours are, and I want to do it. I wanted to go bigger, so I'm using a 24-inch round wooden panel. I have gessoed both sides, and this time I did go ahead and put some push pins in so that if I need to tilt, I can very easily without it slipping out of my hands. And I have it up on my Erica Hughes spinner. I love this spinner. It is one of the best products out there. I've been using this for more than 2 years. I'm a little off-centered. I've been using it for more than 2 years, and this thing just spins and it'll just go forever. I really love this spinner. It's one of my favorites. For smaller canvases, I have a smaller one from Winterstrom Art that I love also. Okay, so my colors. I have Phthalo Prussian Blue from Amsterdam. I have a turquoise metallic from Pebeo. I have DecoArt 24 karat gold. And then I have some cloud mix. This is US Floetrol Satin Enamel and Chromacryl White. And I have a really big funnel. I need about 20 ounces to cover this surface. And all of my other funnels were a little too small, and I didn't want to have to refill. So I'm not going to fill this all the way to the top. Hopefully, I say that, but then I mess up all the time. But I'm going to try and do it a little more intentionally this time. I also have a base coat color that is very similar because I used some leftover blues and then I added some of the Phthalo Prussian Blue to it also. And I need to make sure I'm not using the wrong one in the cup. All of my paints are mixed, 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint, and then a little bit of water to thin it out. So it does leave a bit of a mound. So that means this one then must be my base coat because it is mixed a little bit thinner. Yes, so this one's my base coat color. You probably couldn't see that because I was using a dark color, so let me use the white to show you what my consistency is like. It does leave a mound on a mound when it drizzles off of the stir stick, and when I go in a circle, it leaves a trace for about 2 seconds. So I have my base coat here. The reason this can be thinner is because its only job really is to allow the other paints to float across the surface. So it does not have to be the same consistency as the other paints. So we're just gonna spread that out a little bit just to give myself a wet surface to play on and a little bit of a puddle. There we go. That should be good enough. Let's see how centered we are now. Well, that's not so bad. Okay, so we're gonna put our funnel as close to the center as we can get it. I do like to keep some symmetry here. I also really like this big funnel because I can hold it by the spout here and fill it up without it escaping too much. So I'm going to start with the same color as my base coat, or the one that's closest. So we'll start with that. And I think we're gonna put a little bit of the gold on top. And we're gonna try and drizzle it across the top rather than filling it from the sides. A little bit of gold. And we're gonna put our cloud mix on top of that. Pouring gently, because I don't want this to turn into a dirty pour. I want these colors to stack on top of each other. Put a nice healthy layer of the white. And then we'll go back to the blue, and then we'll use the turquoise on top of that. I'm already getting some reaction from my cloud mix, which is great. Nice big layer of that. I would save enough so I can do one more layer of that if possible. A little bit more of the white on top of that to kind of lock that in. And I have to remember, I'm not going to fill this all the way to the top. Can y'all please remind me? probably gonna lose everything that ends up on the outside edge, but that's okay. I'm gonna put some of the gold next, and then I'm gonna put the turquoise right on top of it. So both of my metallics right next to each other. A little bit of white. And the rest of my blue. That's too much paint, for sure. But it's gonna be beautiful, no matter what. These colors, you can't go wrong. Okay, so now we're just going to grab it by the sides and we're gonna bounce this up and down, but we're gonna let the paint flow out in between each raise and lower so that I get kind of concentric rings. We'll stop, do it again. Oh, look at that reaction. That's beautiful. Wow, great reaction. And we'll end right there. Oops. Tried to catch that before it dripped. Oop. Maybe my table's not so level. It's trying to escape on me. So we're going to move this around a little bit. Get that back in the center. The good thing about using too much paint is it gives you enough room to fix what could otherwise be described as a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, right there like that for a second. And we're gonna add a flow extender around and allow that cloud mix time to develop a little more. Most of the cells are on the outside edge. Why does that always happen? Okay. So we're just going to pull this out a little bit, give ourselves a wet surface all the way to the edge. I have enough paint on here that I don't have to worry about making the actual sides wet. It's going to cover everything. But we want to take some time through this process anyway to allow things to develop, let things percolate, let the chemical reactions happen. So that's all right. It's a little wonky. My center seems to be about in the center. So that's okay. We're going to lose a lot of that. So mostly what we're going to end up with is this, unfortunately, because I love all that gold on the outside edge. Wow. Let's see if we can tilt this out a little bit, distribute a bit better. That's unfortunate. That little hook right there, I don't like it. Let's see how it spins out though. Oh, it's pretty. There's some fascinating details in there. That gold's popping up now. I want to tilt this just a little bit this direction. Come over here. Get that center back in the center. Give her another spin. Okay. I just love it when the lines open up and everything stretches out and gets bigger. Look at these beautiful cells happening up in here. Wow, that's nice. The metallic turquoise, I'm seeing that in various places too. That's good. I think I want to get rid of most of this over here. So we're gonna try and tilt back down this way a little bit. And then over here. Push some of the weight of that center in that direction. And bring it through. Okay, we got rid of most of that, but if I keep going, I'm going to lose all of these beautiful cells. So am I willing to sacrifice that to get rid of that? That is the question. Wow, some beautiful little white puffy clouds happening there in the center too. I think there's enough gold all the way around it that I can get rid of that, because I still don't like that little hook right there. So here we go. One more time should do it. Yep, that was it. Ooh, wow. That is pretty. That 24 karat gold really opened up. Beautiful cells. I love it. Okay. Let me bring you in for a close-up. This center is a little bit of a chaos, but I really like it. Some interesting structures in there. I love the dark blue. Isn't that pretty? Look at these these interesting little cells right here. Almost like, you know, when moisture on your window freezes, it kind of reminds me of that. I think that's super cool. And the gold and turquoise metallics are doing their job and creating lots of little cells. The turquoise not as much on the cells, mostly the 24 karat gold, but you can see the turquoise in there also. Really, really beautiful effects. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, I love that little chain of cells going across there. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, this was fun. Funnel pours. I completely forgot how much I enjoy doing that. So organic. I really, really like it. So I hope you like it too. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and go mix up some paints and be fearless.